know for you guys it's only been a split second, but it has been like about a month since I've been working on this project. This top, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this. I was trying to get fancy with it when I shouldn't have done any of that. I had an old chest that I took apart. So I'm going to cut this center out and we're going to use this to fill that in and to get a little bit more size on it. I'm going to use this board with this little back and forth pattern. I haven't decided if I'm going to use this side or this side. I think I'm going to use this side just for like contrast purposes to go around the outside of it. So that's going to be the next part, cutting my little tail things off and praying I can glue up straight. So yeah, this mishap did not fix itself, so I'm gonna re-glue this up real quick. Okay. Oh, we wait on that to glue up. I'm gonna move it. Yeah, cut the rest of this down. So I've come out with 4 of these. What I could do is make a cross pattern like that to a degree. Okay, it's the next day. I'm gonna grab out my orbital sander, sand this down because all the glue marks and shit, extra glue, and sand this down a little bit because some of the stuff over here. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Whew. Now I've just got to figure out which orientation. That I want to put these in. And I've got to shore them up. Because I don't know if I want. Probably can't see from there. I don't know if I want to try and do something like this or put these two together in the center. Like that. That actually might be the best look for it. And I'll just cut these off afterwards. I'll cut them down a little bit, of course. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Ah, fucking heater. This is going to be one pain in the ass glue up because I've got to put glue on these sides, and in the center here. And make sure it's all flat. Because you can't lose too much more. Whew. I do like the look of this. This thing looks sweet. This is mostly flat already. This side needs cut down, sanded down quite a bit. Okay, so I got this sanded down. Got both sides mostly even. I'm probably still going to have to send it through the planer anyhow. But I've got my pieces here that I'm going to put here. Got that. And then here. These all need cut down a little bit. It's not going to be perfect, pretty, but it should be fine. So I'm going to cut these down, and then we'll try and get this all glued up so that I can actually get started on the base. I've still got to make a drawer for it, which I think I'm just going to use some of the new plywood I got. Yeah. Alright, so it actually came out pretty well. I love the look of this. But it does need planed, so that's what we're going to do next. And my planer's not big enough, so I got to use this thing. Okay, after fixing my mess up yesterday, I got this sanded down. I sanded it up to 320, water popped it at 320, and then sanded it from 120 up to 180, and did a final water pop sanding on the top of it. I am going to use Watco Danish oil and put some oil on this thing and finally finish this top. And then I can finally work on the base. God, this project is taking way too long. But I'm gonna put you guys up and you're gonna watch me put this on. That's so good. So good. Yeah, this looks amazing. I still haven't decided if I want to put a chamfer or something on the front here. I kind of want to, but also at the same time, this just looks so good. I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to leave it where it is. So these are part of the base. They'll be set up like that with a piece of plywood on top, and they're not perfectly flat and not the same size either, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my joining jig and shave off little bits at a time till I get the right size. And then I should be good. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do next. So these are close enough. I can glue them together and sand them down to make them dead even. Or even just clamp them down to make them dead even. Ooh, sawdust. Okay, now I gotta cut these to that. Probably gonna hear that chainsaw a little bit. My neighbor's doing chainsaw things. But we're finally ready to start on the bottom. This should be... Oh, that feels so nice. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfectly sized. It's just barely under 2 foot, but that ain't gonna make much of a difference. I'm not looking at 100% perfection because this is mine. That's why there's even these little notches in the back, because remember, when you're doing woodworking, measure twice, cut once. Oh, I love the look of this. But this is just some generic plywood. I'm going to use this for the bottom, sides, and the back. I do have ebony stain that I'm going to use to give it a nice contrast to the rest of it, which should turn out nice. I don't know which side I'm going to put on top. This is like a bright white. This is like a yellow. I'm hoping I didn't grab the wrong wood, because I have one which is blonde wood and two which is just regular plywood. Yeah, that's the blonde wood. Fuck. So I chipped that too much. Did the other one. And now should be able to just lay this right on top and it covers the whole thing. Perfect. So I can make my base off of this. I'm mostly going to use glue, but I'm going to use 3 screws, or 2 screws. I think I'm just going to use 2 because I don't want any screw heads showing up. So I'm going to use 2 screws right here at the edge. should grab one of my uprights so I can see where it's got to go. And I might just use a couple of clamps to hold it down because I am going to glue it. And always pre-drill. I could just screw it and unscrew it, but I don't feel like dealing with that. I'll just screw the two ends in so that I have square. And then clamp down the center. Do the same to the back. I'll screw the ends in on both sides and then I'll clamp down. I took the clamps off. It's holding good. I took the screws out because this one didn't want to sink in. So I said, screw it. I'll take the screws out. It works anyhow because I made sure that they were somewhere that would be hidden. So next up, figure this out. Out pretty good. There's a little divot here, but I'm not too worried about that. I could care less, honestly. So I just got to put a dado in the back here, and then I can put my plywood on. But I don't know, maybe I should just put plywood right there. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of having it halfway through. But I've got to make one more. It's going to take at least 2 days. And then this came out decent. I've still got to sand it down flat because there is a lot of not flat here. And then I've got to cut it down to 24-ish inches by 6.5, and then I should have a shelf front. Got it nice and even. Now I'm just gonna cut it to 24. I know I'm gonna have to cut it a little bit shorter, but I'm gonna wait till I get that figured out. But I'm gonna at least get it cut down to 6.5 by 24. First woodworking project. Not looking for perfect. I'd love perfect, but I ain't there yet. But yeah, it's looking good. It doesn't really matter around the edges because I'm going to take a round over bit around it. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do to the inside yet. I'll figure that out. But this should be 2 foot. A little bit over by an eighth. Yeah, over by an eighth. It still gives me plenty of room to cut it down. So I did sand that down. I'm just gonna leave it be because I need to get this glued together so that I can cut the panels the exact same size and know I have the right size. So I can cut these, hopefully they're the right size all together, but if not, I've got to cut them down to be the same size so that I don't have a crooked top. Because it's still cold out, I am going to wait a day on this, and I don't think I have anything else I can do towards this project at the moment, because I've got to put it all together before I can make the shelf. I do love how this looks. I just used some of the extra pieces from the top and used it as a panel front for this. I'm gonna do a round over or a chamfer around the outside, but yeah, I've got to wait till tomorrow so I can glue this together, and then another day, and that should be good. So tomorrow it is. 3 seconds for you. Okay. I've got almost all my pieces. These did not come out perfectly flat. So I'm probably gonna have to do some finagling. Flat. I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet, but I'll figure it out. I got my 2 panels here for the sides. I've got the top, the bottom. Take some of this plywood, cut it down to size. I'm just gonna glue it flat. I was gonna do a dado thing for it, but I don't know how well I'll be able to do that. So instead of learning that now, I will learn that later. So yeah, I've got to cut that down. I've got to stain it at the bottom, and then I've got to put it together so I can cut a back piece for it. But first things first, I got to sand this. That was a lot of sanding. But both sanded. I think, yeah, this one's my crooked one. This one's not so crooked. A little bit, but if I go here, it's a little crooked that way. Won't be that big of a deal though. Hey, I ain't perfect. This is my first project. Just like if you ever decide to make anything, remember, your first one's not going to be perfect. And that's across the board. First videos, first anything. Hell, my first video is complete garbage. So, just remember, it's never perfect the first time. It's only perfect after a while. But let's get the measurements for this, cut out on that. I think these are perfectly same size, which I'm so happy about. Perfectly square up against each other. I can't believe that actually came out as well as it did for that. And we'll cut that out. We'll stain that down. Okay, time to stain. I need the stain. I just got these cut out. And remember, measure twice. I did not. I forgot to measure whether it was 15 1/4. It'll still work out because I'll be able to leave a little bit of the edge up front and just put the back piece like flush in the back instead of having to put it over. I'll be able to flush it in the back and actually show a little bit of the back side. Because some of them have nice, grain too, which I think will look pretty neat. But on to the next path. Today I am going to cover this stuff in case I have another mess up and spill stain everywhere, because I don't want to do that again. Plus these offcuts are going to be nice because I'll be able to use one of them as a support for my shelf. Now just do this. Alright, stain is done. A light stain for the inside, dark stain for the outside. I am going to take a 320 and just lightly go over it, just to get rid of some of the roughness here. And yeah, and then we'll glue those onto our panels. Whew. I might put some brad nails in it too. Ugh. And then that'll have to be it for today, because I gotta wait for it to fully dry because it's cold. This thing's sitting pretty fucking good. I'm just gonna leave this to set up. While I'm cutting back plate, back panel. So let me get that set up. A bit dusty in here. But this should slot right in. Just a little crooked on that side. Yeah, this one tapered by about the blade. Alright, let me get this figured out. Let me see. I'm running out of space on this thing. So I'm just going to stain this. You saw me do it before. So I'm going to stain this and then we'll get to putting it together tomorrow or way later today so the stain has time to dry. I did find out my drawer face is just a little not wide enough. So I made these, which are too big anyhow, that'll fit here. To give it just a little more room. That should be good. Now I gotta make a shelf. God damn it, why do I keep calling it a shelf? A drawer. So after I figure out what type of drawer I'm gonna make, I'll come back to you guys. This is looking great. Now I'm making just a generic box, shelf, or shelf box, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that happened. I use this as my flat template for all this to sit on. Damn it, I need to go get glue. Perfect. This should fit. Perfectly. A little bit of wiggle. Not too worried about that. And it fits. Yes. Okay. Whew. It'll fit right up like that. Perfect. Okay, Okay, so I cut most of my pieces down to size for this, and I'm taking the router to everything I need to. Just putting a chamfer around everything, and then figure out from there. Okay. Still deciding whether or not I want to do like an inlay pattern, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just leave it at that, and that'll be fun. I don't think I need this for anything else. So let me put this away, and then we'll work on getting this put together. Need to do some sanding and then put the finish on. I'll do all that tomorrow. But this thing is done. Okay. On the final stage of this, I'm gonna grab my sander, sand this down, throw on some music because I need to sand the whole thing down. And then we'll throw one last layer of finish over the entire thing. Left to do. Put this on and then I'm done. God, this feels so nice. I love the look of it. Whew. I am so glad to be done with this project. It has taken me way too long, but it does look amazing. One last thing, gotta put it in my room and put it all together. I was gonna do a few extra things to it, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I love this thing. It looks beautiful, feels beautiful. My hard wax oil mix finish did work out pretty well. It does scuff a little bit on like some testing I've done, but other than that, this thing works. God, I love the look of this thing. But there's one thing. So I'm in the process of making these. I call them holster holders. They are for putting on your nightstand, side desk, whatever, even underneath of your table or something. It just holds your holster on it with your firearm in it. And to take it off, you just, this is hard to do one-handed. You just twist it and it'll come right out. It's still a work in progress, but I don't know what I'm gonna charge these for. I know I do want to make a lot more of these. This is gonna be going on the nightstand. Yeah, comment if you want one. I'll figure out a price and maybe send you out one. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna charge for them yet. I'm still trying to work on like a final design, but yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I love the look this came out as. It just looks beautiful, and sorry it's been so damn long since I made videos, but I am glad to make this one and hopefully make a lot more in the future. Woodworking, video gaming, skateboarding. That was a little bright. But yes, this looks amazing. Thank you. Subscribe, like the video. Bye. Use the word potato in your comment and I'll send you out a holster holder. I'm gonna pick 5 people.